Today I'm working on a 2007 RAV4 front strut. Already replaced the other side, and I replaced the rear. You'll see from another video. I'm posting these at the same time. I should have a video for the rear, video for the front, and again, I've already done the other side. So far I've jacked up the vehicle and I'm ready to take the wheel off. Some of the common tools I'm going to be using is some gear wrench, ratcheting wrenches, back driver, maybe some vice grips if I get into a pinch. I'm also changing the stabilizer link bars as well while I'm in here. So I got to remove one side, might as well just replace the other. Unbolt one more bolt and pop in the new ones. So let's get started. So what I'm going to be replacing is the whole strut, and replaced the shocks already in the rear. Looking, it's had its better days. It's making a very thumpy noise as you're driving. The other shock actually was leaking a lot of fluid out of it. This one probably is a little bit leaking as well. And it's 2007, so 180,000 on it. I'm also going to be replacing this stabilizer link bar here. So you got to remove this bolt to take this out. So there's one more bolt down here that I'll replace. We'll take out to replace this whole bar while I'm at it. This only consists of 2 bolts up top. To take this off, remove this, a few bolts on the sides, and then there's 3 bolts up here for the strut. I'm starting these bottom bolts, loosening them up. This here is a 22mm side. I just hit it here, just stayed still, and it loosened up. Hope for the same luck here. And those are loose. I'm not going to take them out all the way just yet. There's also some 14mm here and a 14mm here for the brake line. Remove those so you can get access to it. There's also this clip. What I did is I unclipped it. Just take this, unclip it, pull it out, and then once it's out, you can go from the back side from the strut and pop the actual retaining clip out and put it in the back of the new one. Don't forget about that. That's what I mean by unclip it. So here's the clip. I just took a screwdriver into here and pulled the clip back, pulled the wire out. So this is actually detached now. The bolt here has been removed. The bolt here has been removed. So this moves freely. This wiggles off. There is a way it goes back on. Pretty common sense the way to put it back on. But so that's free. That's free. So now the strut is completely disconnected from anything down here on the knuckle. So now I'm going to remove the 3 bolts up at the top. These are a 14mm. Fairly easy. Good, I'm using this because it's getting tight back here. You can use a regular wrench down on these two. You can use a wrench down here. There is some clearance problems, but I didn't have too much of an issue on the last side. One. Now the kit, the new Monroe struts I got, they do have new bolts, which are 15mm versus 14. I like the 14s better than the 15s because I don't have a 15mm of this. I lost it years ago in a truck. So those 3 are undone. So now I got to release the bottom pressure off the bottom, and the strut should pull right out. Now finish taking these bolts out. A little bit of wiggling. And they are out. One thing I forgot to do is this bolt here. Got a little ahead of myself. That, I believe 17mm. Now if there's a noise in the background, first I got a fan behind me, keep me a little cooler. It is May 30th of 2020 in Louisiana, South Louisiana at that, Baton Rouge area. So pretty hot, pretty warm outside. Big plus there, that came out without a problem. And I'm gonna go underneath. Let's see, I came in through here and the nut is right here. They do have a Allen head on the top. Some people can do that. We live in the South, so there's not any salt on the roads for rusting. So again, this is the original parts. It's my mom's vehicle, so I know she had never had this changed. So I'm just hitting it with an impact, and seems to be busting loose pretty easily. Just like that. So again, you might have other issues with it being in a rustier climate. Here came out pretty good. I did mine on my truck, another video I have, on a ridge line, and one side did not want to come out, so I had to actually grind out the other side of it. But this one came out good. Other side came out just as easy, and happy with that result. Alright, that is removed. This is removed. These actually weren't terrible. Probably didn't have to change these, but well, they seem like they're not really that great condition. Even though the boot's not broke, they're kind of sloppy in there. They need some grease or something. And again, they are what, 13 years old, so why not? The new ones are only like $22, $26. There we go. That's out. Now, no tension on these lines. That's good. One thing I am going to put back on. Original had this little plate, so I'm going to put that on the new strut and put it back in. Again, I'm using the Monroe strut. I can't tell you if these are good or not. I looked for the best aftermarket replacement strut for these, and I've heard of KYB. Found one KYB for one side of this and couldn't find another that was in a decent price. So these were the next best thing, or even better. I'm gonna make another video of me putting a KYB struts on my Ridgeline in an upcoming video. So here we go. They did come with new bolts. I'm gonna grab those new bolts out of the box, have them ready. When I put them up there, so start one up. Just make sure that you're lined up just like the old one came out. Shove it in. Doing it one person, so you'll be done. Get one started, turn it, other two in. That side I do use some medium strength thread locker. Not sure what's needed. As you can see, as I tighten these down, they kind of stop. So it's almost like they're a lock nut. I'm not going to use any thread locker on them. I'm not tightening down all the way. The bottom going. So first thing, take all these cables and hoses and move them to the other side where they belong. There we go. That rattling you might hear is that little plate. They're going to line the knuckle up. Slide it into position. Get a little lift from the bottom. It's your bolt ring. Going to go in from this direction. One, two. I'm going to use some medium strength thread locker on these. Service medium, high. Some is better than nothing. As far as the stabilizer link, I am using a Moog brand. I use them on my truck. Again, I did my truck about a few months ago. I don't know how good they really are. And this sticker does say, says mount upper grease fitting to the back. It will look like this. That's what the sticker says. So it's going to go in like so, with this going towards the back. Probably something for easeability to get to. Now these don't have the Allen key in the center, which is nice, especially in a rusty area. They do have a wrench size on the 15 millimeter open end wrench to go it back there to tighten it down. Again, these don't seem like they need thread locker either. They seem to have a locking mechanism in there. They're screwed down as tight as I can hand tie it, but there is a gap. So I'm going to use a 18 millimeter. Using an impact, but I'm not going to tighten it down all the way. I'm going to tighten it down some. Bottom's more difficult, so I do have an angle. Go underneath, swivel. Alright, these are to be put down to 55 foot-pounds. Already have it set for 55. Alright, click. 55. bolts tightened down as well. The new bolts are a 15mm. Again, not my favorite. How I did the back bolts is I don't have a 15mm. I'm using a 16 to get it started. 16 grabs well enough for the time being. The reason I'm using this is because I do have a tool. It's nice, makes it a little faster. So I have this Kimo ratchet. Kinda nice. Now I'm just gonna get in here at the same thing. That Kimo ratchet only has about, I claim 35 to 40 foot-pounds. So do a little more. All right. Don't know the specs on those, but not too tight. That's all I can say. That pretty much is it. Besides, I'm gonna torque the bottom bolts, and I think we're done. New strut link, and just tighten these up, and put these two bolts back in for the cables. Looked around the internet for the torque specs for this. I couldn't find them. I'm thinking around maybe 100 pounds, 80 to 100. I'm letting my impact gun do the work. I have an auto setting that puts it around 100 pounds-ish. I've done it for the wheels, and it's about what it torques out to be, so that's what I'm gonna go for. This little assembly here, I'll show you how. This little assembly here, I'll show you how to put that together correctly. Again, it's kind of common sense. Watch me do it wrong just because I'm talking trash. So there's up underneath, and it has a little thing up underneath that. That's in the right place. This is going to cover both of them. So it slides in like so. Grab a bolt. This one the same way. That's a different impact drill. This is just a smaller one. It's not that tight. And the last thing is this little clip that we left out of the other. Pinched it, rocked it, and it came out like so. It's held in by these little ears. So snap it back in the same spot. Snaps back in, open up the clip. Snap in place. Next thing is put the wheel back on. Done. Now we're lowering the jack. If you have any questions, comments, any information that you'd like for me to do, let me know in the comments. I do own personally a Ridgeline, so I do a lot more work on it. My wife owns a Accord, so I might do work on it. I will be changing out, repacking the boot on a CV axle or Honda Accord 2012. Not too hard to do. I'll look for that in some upcoming videos. Give it a like, subscribe. I have more videos to come. I might do other stuff besides vehicles as well. I need a catchphrase. Somebody to come up with a catchphrase for me. Maybe something like more ass crack to show. Maybe I didn't show enough ass crack this video. Maybe that's what you like. Keep the cracks coming. That's gonna be my new slogan. Hope you enjoy. Thanks.